Good morning. I heard you arrived late last night. How was your flight? Oh, it was awful. We were delayed for 5 hours in Houston because of engine trouble. I hate when it happens. When the couple sitting in front of me drank a lot of alcohol, and they had a long, loud argument, but we had to take a taxi or bus from the airport. Couldn't you ask a crew member to make me be quiet? I did. But they continued their call as soon as they left. And there was a little boy sitting behind me, kicked my seat for a couple hours. Couldn't move the little seat? No. I made me finally arrive in Tokyo, where I had lost my baggage. You know my fears of travel? What's there? If anything can go wrong, it will. Especially when you're dealing with an airline. You got that right. I really like being to Tokyo, but it's sometimes hard to get you. Good morning. I have. The Great Wall of China was built to defend China from the enemies across the country's wall. It is actually a long wall, but stone. Some of them new parts are built in brick. Parts were first built 2,000 years ago. Over the century, new parts were built and some parts are built again. The total length of the wall is nearly 7,000 kilometers. At one time, more than 1 million guns on the wall too. There were hundreds of signal towers around the world. The guards used these towers to communicate about the movement of enemies and call help whenever necessary. Now, much of the Great Wall has been windy weather. People often take stones from the wall to repair the homes and the buildings. Recently, Chinese government has made laws to protect walls. People are no longer allowed to take stones from the wall. Some sections are made to plain, so tourists can visit. The sections north of Beijing and other major tourist centers. Visitors can climb onto the wall and walk around positive. Walking can be difficult when wind can be strong, hard slopes. Money from tourists can be used to repair the wall. Unfortunately, the tourist rate is a great number of businesses in tourist areas. The cable cars, shops, fast food restaurants, and crowded parking areas. Many people believe the cost of one wrong can be seen. That isn't true. While first of all, only 9 meters, and the most excellent. If you were ever at the moon and wanted to see the Great Wall of China, you would have to use the telescope. See now. The Great Wall of China was built to defend China from enemies across the country's northern border. Actually, the actual cities on one wall, then the stone. Some of them newer parts was brick. Parts of them first built were more 2,000 years ago. Over the century, new parts were built and south of porcelain and built again. Total length of the wall is nearly 7,000 kilometers. At one time, more than 1 million girls too. There were hundreds of signal towers around the world. The guards used these towers to communicate about the movement of enemies and to call for help necessary. Now, much of the Great Wall has been destroyed. Whether people often take stone from the wall to repair the home or the buildings. Listen to you, a Chinese government has made a protect walls. People are no longer allowed to take a stone from the wall. Some sections were maintained. Tourists can visit it. This section mainly north of Beijing is only other tourist centers. The students can climb up to the wall and walk around, but walking can be difficult. Long stone and a hard slope. Money from tourists can be used to repair the wall, but the unfortunate result of the tourist is a great number of business in tourist areas. There are cable cars, shops, fast food restaurants, and crowded parking areas. Many people believe that because the walls are long can be seen from that isn't true. The wider parts are only 9 meters. That is mostly the same color as it. If you were ever on the moon, if this is a Great Wall of China, you would have to use a telescope. くそ。万里の長城の話で、まあいつぐらいに建てられたかとか、まあ、敵から守るための壁だとか、最近でも新しい部分が作られている。でなんか雨とか自然災害とかで壊れていってるみたいな話と、まあ、何キロぐらいのものかっていう話が前半で、途中からはなんだっけ、その石が結構盗まれてると、壊れてるし盗まれてるし、それをやめさせようというか、それからそういうのから守ろうと中国政府はしている。なんか他の家の修理のために使われちゃったりするから。で、なんだっけ、まあその修理に必要なお金がちょっとこっから怪しいな。そのツーリストから取っているお金がリペアに使われてるか、プロテクト保護に使われてるかっていうとそうではなくて、いやーちょっとわかんないな。なんかそのレストランとかパーキングとか、なんだっけ、なんかこうソーベニーショッピング、ソーベニーはなかったな、ショッピングとかのお店があるんだけど、実際はそのお金は修理には使われていないと、ビジネスに使われてる。絶対違うわ。なんか月の話、ムーンがどうこうとか言ってんだけどわかんないな。ちょっともう一回。The Great Wall of China was built to defend China from the enemies across the country's northern border. It is actually a rather long wall, rather stone, and some of them newer parts are built brick. Parts are first built more than 2,000 years ago. Over the century, new parts were built and some were unbuilt again. The total length of the wall is nearly 7,000 kilometers. At one time, more than 1 million guards on the wall too. There were 100 security towers around the wall. The guards used these towers to communicate about the movement of enemies and to call for help when necessary. Now, much of the Great Wall has been destroyed when bad weather. Takes stone from the wall to be repaired home and the buildings. In recent years, the Chinese government has made laws to protect the walls. People are no longer allowed to take stone the walls. Some sections were maintained. Two tourists can visit them. This section mainly North Beijing, and other major tourist centers. Visitors can climb up to the wall and walk along, but walking can be difficult. Wind can be strong and the hard slopes are. Money from tourists can be used to repair the wall, but the unfortunate result of tourist trade is a great number of business in tourist area. There are cable car shops, fast food restaurants, and a crowded parking area. Many people believe that because the walls are long, they can see from the moon. This is true. While part of the wall only 9 meters, and is mostly present colors as surrounded. If you were ever on the moon, this is the Great Wall of China. You have to use a telescope. なんかやっぱ月の話だな。むずいな。 はい、これ。なんか、月が見える。テレスコープ持ってこい。顕微鏡持ってこないと見えないみたいな。ツーリストは何かを信じてるんだけど、それは真実じゃなくて、9 meters。9メーターぐらい。まあ意味わかんねえし、おいねえしな。ダメだ。
Sometimes hard to get you. Good morning. I have The Great Wall of China was built to differentiation from the enemies across the country. It is actually through the long wall and stone. Some of them new parts are built in brick. Parts of the first built 2,000 years ago. Over the century, new parts were built and some parts are built again. The total longest of the wall is nearly 7,000 kilometers. At one time, more than 1 million guns on the wall too. There were hundreds of signal towers around the world. The guard used these towers to communicate about the movement of enemies and call for help when necessary. Now, much of the Great Wall has a range of windy weather. People often take stone from the wall to build homes and the buildings. Recently, Chinese government has made laws to protect walls. People are no longer able to take stone from the wall. Some sections are meant to plain, so tourists can visit. The section north of Beijing and other major tourist centers. Visitors can climb onto the wall and walk around past it. And walking can be difficult. Swimming can be some hard slopes. Money from tourists can be used to repair the wall. Unfortunately, the tourist rate is a great number of businesses in tourist areas. The cafes, shops, fast food restaurants, and crowded parking areas. Many people believe the cost of one room can be seen. That isn't true. While the wall only 9 meters, as the most restaurant, if you were ever at the moon and wanted to see the Great Wall of China, you would have to use the telescope. Other major tourist centers, this is Cancun, windy weather. People often take stones and build again. The choose with a long wall and stone. The Great Wall of China was built to differentiation from the enemies across the country. It is actually through the long wall and stone. Some of them new parts are built in brick. Parts of the first built 2,000 years ago. Over the century, new parts are built and some parts are built again. The total longest of the wall is nearly 7,000 kilometers. At one time, more than 1 million guns on the wall too. There were hundreds of signal towers around the world. The guard used these towers to communicate about the movement of enemies and call for help when necessary. Now, much of the Great Wall has a range of windy weather. People often take stone from the wall to build homes and the buildings. section north of Beijing, near other major tourist centers. This comes onto the wall. Walking can be difficult. Swimming can be some hard slopes. Money from tourists can be used to build the wall. Unfortunately, the tourist rate is a great number of businesses in tourist areas. The cab cars, shops, fast food, restaurants, and great parking areas. Many people believe the cost of one room can be seen. That isn't true. While most of were only 9 meters, as the most restaurant. If you were ever at the moon and wanted to see the Great Wall of China, you would have to use the telescope. Past one room can be seen. That isn't true. While most of were only 9 meters, as the most restaurant. If you were ever at the moon and wanted to see the Great Wall of China, you would have to use the telescope.